stepped up. Asim and Hoop both put up like a 1.10, but Spark, being the substitute player, leaded the team with a 1.12. He has to have the same impact here.
Absolutely, my friend. Both teams a great hard point for either side, and oh my goodness, right into the mix we go. Zero, Afro, Sit flying forward, and the same thing can be said for good old Byron. A great little break off the rip here for London, not on the preferred side, at least in regards to spawns, but they break through in a solid way. I mean, obviously, Jay, we talked about the stats for either team. A great hard point for Ravens, a great hard point for LAG. Most important stat, I think it's fair to say, is that LAG are off of a dominant victory on this very map versus the Ultra. They go up 70-0. Asim starts off 7-0. As we said, a major swing game off the rip as trades aplenty. LAG look to claim the final 10 seconds.
Big two-piece coming in from Spark to secure this final couple of seconds on this P1. So that's going to put them down by at least 10 points. But off the rotation, you see London, they're fully set up. They have a player towards the warehouse. Zero has a huge one-on-one. He is going to lose it. But Afro at least keeping control of top, middle, broken. As they're going to be able to get in the hill. They shut down the pressure from that street shot, and they're able to flip spawns. That's a great play coming in from the Ravens.
Great little play. Hoop trying to be a thorn in the side. We know how great of a player that he can be. So to try to at least dance around here throughout the offense, but Zero's there to cut him down. No time to dance on the tables. No time to mess around with all the very, very nice paperwork that we have got. It's now being spread out across Berlin. Back and forth we go, but ultimately it is the Ravens now with control, specifically Gizmo watching over for the cross. The close spawns granted for Nasty means that the Ravens are aware of where LAG look to be coming in from. However, little moment here from Asim. He gets dealt with back and forth as we like to discuss. It is now LAG prepared for fire, prepared for the P3 that, as you called it, Jay, London see a lot of success on.
Yeah, this is both the money hills for both of these squads. Can the Guerrillas hold down the pressure coming down from street side? As Zero does find one, Afro trying to put it on in fire. He's going to be able to spot Hook and win the gunfight as well. So on a 4 spree, potentially trying to work towards some streaks. Just trying to be patient, not trying to at least keep the kills stagnant. As they win that first gunfight towards street, Asim and Spark trying to go big to secure those spawns. But London, they break in, they flip with 40 seconds left.
Oh, this is a huge break already out of the London boys. Hook gets dealt with as well. The close spawns granted for London, and already off the rip, we're seeing why this team has been called the best breaking roster on Berlin specifically. Some of the scariest numbers in the CDL, but Guerrillas do not want to give this one away, specifically Spark. Now with 3 in a row, finally gets dropped with the nade. But at the very least, Ravens have made this one competitive, have not allowed for Guerrillas to get the money hill that they so desperately hoped for. On rotation again, it is Asim here. By no means the same story when we talk about hill number 3 to hill number 4. But a major swing now potentially for the Guerrillas as Hook lingers through middle.
And look at the players from the Ravens. They were going to go around the backside of the warehouse. They influenced the spawn for Gizmo to spawn on them. So do LAG read the push as Asim does find the first? They know that the spawns are starting to come in towards the back for London. They're keeping the pressure there. They're getting a lot of time here. 40 seconds remaining on this P4 hard point. You see Nasty. He's going to start to spawn all the way across the map. But still, his teammates are doing a great job as Gizmo is able to find 2.
Oh, lovely. Double coming in from Giz. Nearly finds the 3rd. But as we said, I mean, this has just been an excellent first set of rotations so far from London. A great amount of rotations earned early from the Guerrillas, but at the very least, the Ravens are just doing an excellent job of not allowing these points to go either which way. If they're getting them, great, but as long as LAG are not getting these seconds, that's the best situation that you could ask for. The final 1v1 will happen at tracks, and finally LAG are able to blink for a moment, reset and prepare now for P5.
They're ready to do the first job, just controlling towards P2 as Afro is able to find 2 with the pistol. LAG starting off with this initial time, down 15 points. Gizmo with a huge nade to at least take Spark off for the time being. But Slasher, his main focus is just holding down top 3. This is a power position on this hill. His teammate in the team is going to be able to assist him. He's just slaying, not allowing London to try to get on this point. Still down 15 points, but you see 35 seconds remaining. We know how crucial those P1 spawns can be. London currently still have them.
As the final 25 seconds look to tick on through. As we said, London right now in the objective, but more specifically, top left of your screen, you see Gizmo sitting right now at 16-7. We talked about, you know, for the future of these games, you do want to see a player like him go off, start to have some great performances, especially if they're eyeing up what could be the loser's run. Now sitting on 5 LAG with the preferred spawns, but once more, Royal Ravens in the hill early. We'll see if Gizmo can earn that glide bomb, as that'll be smart. Now entering in toward his 6th kill, now makes it 7. Gizmo having himself a game to start, and will set his team up now for some great control. LAG, their heads are spinning right now.
Yeah, this is difficult for LAG. They're all spawning out towards top plat. They should be able to try to break in as they find a couple kills. All of London starting to spawn out towards lower trades. As Asum picks up one, Afro here, so at least relieve the pressure a little bit. But with 30 seconds left, this is going to basically be the last push coming in from London. You have to start thinking about that rotation now.
You absolutely do. Big rotation already in LAG. A lot of work to be done, but a great hard point where they can start to bring this one on back. Let's go ahead and step aside, though, and see how the comms are sounding. Let's go to a listen with the London Royal Ravens.
There's Duke says 2-0. Listen, would we get people open? You missed the spot. You missed the spot.
You could have got really good time and really good time.
I think.
Somebody get street. I'll get street. Come on.
That got him.
I get all your P5. I got your P5.
Get on me.
Can't Marcus. Jump down. Statue, Marcus. Statue.
Yeah, he's in time now. He's close P2. Who you want? Close left corner.
B1. I don't know where he is.
Let's go second.
Big time. I spawned out.
Big scrap, guys. Hey, Pool, I got him. I'm channeling. Street. One more street, guys. Get out, scrap. Huge scrap. One more street, guys. Can push up to the
Some great comms there out of the London boys. A young roster, but not sounding like it when it comes down to the communication. A big hill up next for LAG. Let's go ahead and listen in with them as they've got a massive hard point prepared next.
They're shrinking. They're gonna hit the back. We're gonna have to play tight. I just think fire weak Afro. He's going street tank. You want street tank. They're all going street. They're all going street.
They're back
street. There's 9 in the back one. Nice, go.
Look at my back window. Deep back nasty. Watch out all the way to the back Eddie.
Two. Trey in 0. Nasty dead.
Yo, Trey was weak there, last guy.
Back Eddie again. Dead. Nice. Front.
Yo,
Front weak, guys. Two front. One's back right, and one's front door.
Front door. Watch out. Good shit.
Nice, two dead.
I detonated front. You're good. Can someone get my fire?
I have your dub dead.
Nice,
One more your
good
fire,
shit.
probably.
I'm trying to get your fire. Trying to get your fire.
Nothing front.
I got your bottom fire, brother. One guy's
I'm
bottom
watching.
fire.
I'm getting out left.
One
By
front door,
yourself,
front door,
Austin.
Gizmo,
By yourself, Austin.
Where?
Front door.
No, he's at all that
Dead.
front.
One more, catch with me, guys.
Yo,
Yo, I'm toying with this guy, catch theirs right
He
now.
jumped at you.
Hey, kill me, Bobby. Alright,
I've
they
been
should
back
play,
warehouse.
they should
I've been
play.
back.
And comms are clean from both of these teams, but LAG, they were able to get back into this game by withstanding the push, even with the glide bomb. Hook goes huge. He's able to find that 2-piece, basically spawn all of London towards that back alley. That's why they're currently down 20 points. They have the rotation. LAG have fought back in this game.
Oh, when Gizmo gets the unfortunate timing, he's able to stay alive, possibly with Nasty. Things could start to change on up, but hey, LAG beginning to heat on up. Everybody going on a little bit of a spree. Hook eventually drops, but starts to make things questionable now for the Ravens. What does the push seem to be like? Instantly red out of the Guerrillas front as they're prepared for it. Hook, a great double granted for him. LAG with a 10-point advantage and 20 valuable seconds still left over at the trains. But it's Hook the Nuke going off, and the Ravens once again silenced.
There's only 10 seconds left, so you have to start thinking about that rotation towards P5. You see number 2 in Nasty. He knows that the power position has to be towards his 3-story, but Hook, he's just roaming and frying on a 5-story before he does get taken down. You see all of London, though, spawning out towards that top plat. Spawns for the Guerrillas, still spawning at Warehouse. Number 6 in Asum. Trying to at least push up that street side, calling out the cross for his teammates. As Slash is going to be able to find one. Hook with the second. But neither one of these teams are trying to play for that time. Neither one of them. They're trying to focus on these spawns. London do not want to flip.
Trying to think about the long game, and obviously makes the most sense for London. But the positive thing for LAG, seconds you walk away with only get you ever closer to that 250-second mark, but a great trade overall favoring the side of the Ravens. A 4-for-2 exchange, as now they lock down the time, and now they can sit somewhat pretty with those spawns just behind them. As Zero looks to clear out the lanes, making things that much easier for his young core inside the middle. Afro beginning to heat on up as now he enters in to 30 kill range. Nasty as well, doing what he can. But take a look at player number 5. Slasher has made his way toward the back, already found one onto Afro. That could be the play, and they just get squad spawns. This is a massive situation for LAG. Gizmo does his best to try and handle it, but they will not. The Ravens thought they were clear. Slasher makes the play, and just like that, the Guerrillas are less than 20 away from winning.
LAG just simply had to hold one push coming in from London, from that back alley. Nasty finds one, but here comes Hook. He's gonna pop up. Spark with a little bit of assistance. As LAG, they're able to hold only 12 seconds now from closing out this map number 1.
Not far away at all. London have got to make a push, and it's got to be one that's got to be strong. 4 more seconds. London start to break on through. They actually get 3 down, but it's only 4 points away. LAG getting these dockside spawns, decide to chalk it and go for new, but Nasty is at least able to take down one. Very, very big kill right now for Gizmo, but the Volk's there to shut him down. A great little moment there for Spart, as like we said, 4 more seconds away. Afro, with a sense of urgency, does all that he can, but that will not be enough. The LA Guerrillas come out and answer on what has been the most dominant hard point for London. And talk about a turnaround.
Insane stuff from LAG. The turning point had to be when Hook, when they got that break onto that P3. You saw London, they put a lot of investment into that hard point. They invested the glide bomb. They had everyone attack through street side, but they had no one go through fire. Hook finds that 2-piece. He spawns
one of what could be 2 opportunities to see this map, as Tuscan Hardpoint will be game number 4. But hey, don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. It's time to hop into round number 1, and we are in a very interesting round 1 to start. It is LAG attacking the B site in round number 1. A ballsy call. But as Sun likes to say, they are indeed on the table, and they are on the board, as Sparto does get taken down by the nade, an instant 3v3.
Big kill by Zero to at least pick up that kill and even up the numbers. Now with 40 seconds left, Afro is going to get shot in the back. He only has 54 health remaining, as Asim does find one. Going to put the pressure on towards Zero because they know he has a sniper. Now Afro left in the 1v3.
1v3 for young Marcus Reed. LAG make the interesting call, and it works out perfect. I know those stats normally, right, when we talk about Tuscan Search Destroy, I mean, for B, it's like 10%. Yeah. Like 10% of the time, it actually works out, but that just continues to be the trend. When it comes down to Tuscan S&D, those defensive spawns get moved up. It allows for the attacking team to maybe not have as much control, no more guaranteed positions at that A site. And that could be the reason why we're seeing a lot more teams pivot toward the other side of the map.
You saw London, that completely caught them off guard. When Nasty pushes up to try to get towards P5, he gets caught with his pants down, trying to run back. As LAG win that first offense. And now London on the attack. LAG only have one player, which is gonna be Hoop, that tries to take that mid-map control. Trying to find an opening. Slasher, great crossfire to at least get that first blood.
Good answer on the other side out of Gizmo, and a solid first game despite the loss. See if he can continue to do some wizard-like things in the search destroy. But current 3v3 LAG look to stack up over at P5. We'll see if that does end up working. Gizmo in the major cut eventually gets dropped, and Nasty over at the bomb in a nice placement decides to plant it so that he can't be spotted from fire. A heads-up play from the Rook as LAG now with the man advantage look to retake.
But look at this play from LAG. Instead of committing towards the flank, they have players that wrap back as well. So Sparta's getting all this information that no one is pushed out towards their side. She should be able to find one. Zero's gonna give up his position, and once they take down Nasty, you can hop this bomb. Zero towards top church. You have the sniper. Slasher has the angle, and LAG are able to clean up the round. Go up 2-0.
And you love to see that. See, he's giving some love to the new guy on the block, Spart. And that was just a perfect retake. Like you said, Spart goes for the visuals. The rest of the team, they find the kill. They instantly hop on the bomb, and I guess you could say some unorthodox missed snipes out of Zero. We don't see that happen very often. Goes like 0 for 2, 0 for 3.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Probably if he picks up that kill in a 1v2, it's probably a little bit easier, but still have to try to get past the gunfight of Slasher.
Yeah.
He had the positioning towards the middle of the map. Your player was already on the bomb, so that should have been an LAG round regardless. As LAG are up 2-0 this time. London, they're going to put a lot of pressure on towards A. Can Nasty try to find a pick?
And he may just fin to go for the full-on flank. That could be the idea. Oh, it's Spart there to read him like a book. Nasty instantly gets taken down in LAG. Now with numbers, have the opportunity to work this a little bit. A minute on the clock and a lot of time to decide on what bomb really tickles their fancy. It looked like it was B. Now it's A, another pick as Afro gets aggressive. And once more, it is put on to 0 with this sniper to try and clutch on up. But take a look at LAG. They see a quick glimmer, a glint of the scope, and they make the rotation. Gizmo's here, though.
Yeah, they're not going to give him any opportunity. They get the information that 0 has a sniper. They're going to be super aggressive towards B. Do they spot Gizmo though towards top radios? Asom's going to slide in, find that kill. Now all left up to 0 in the 1v4. He picked up the MP40. It's not going to be easy as Spark closes out the round. The young man is stepping up tremendously. The fact that he read that push through A, finds that first blood, it's beautiful plays out of him, man.
Without question, as we said, not making his debut, right? I know there was a lot of people who were like, oh, Spart, obviously making his debut in the CDL. No, he actually made his debut back in the early stages of the CDL, our first season back in MW with this very roster of the LA Guerrillas. He's been hanging out in Challengers and been one of the top prospects. He was picked back up in December of 2021. LAG wanted to make sure they had this guy in the lineup, and clearly it has been working out. A 4-1 start for him. Take a look at the numbers from LAG in the top right of your screen. Everybody sitting on streaks. And that just heavily emphasizes the importance of this round for Ravens. Not only do you just need to get a point on the board, but you need to get these potential glide bombs out of here as well.
And look at the positioning of Hook. He's so far pushed to bet A. He's gaining all that information, but he's actually going to give it up. They probably think that the bomb is going to be rotating towards B, so Asom has to try to go big in his position. But London, they're just taking their time. They're trying to get some information. They were able to spot Hook. Can they find this first blood?
Oh,
and they do.
They do indeed. Who gets found out inside of you, and with that could be the green light now for the Ravens. Gizmo looking for information inside of middle. Nasty finding the second pick. The nades are at least able to provide some decent damage there on the player number 3. Gizmo has to back up as 0 falls. The veteran out of it, which is somewhat of a weird situation to be in if you're Ravens, but take a look at the play from Spart. Comes around the corner with the pistol and now puts the Ravens in somewhat of a bind. Another kill. And the glide bomb will be earned for the future. A current 1v1. Slasher versus Gizmo. Only 7 seconds to work with, but Slasher beams him down.
That's a 4v2. That is a 4v2 round. Great plays coming in from Spart to find that second kill to pick up that glide bomb. The young man is stepping up so big right now in this map number 2.
He's confident.
Yeah,
he's
you can
confident.
just tell, man.
Oh yeah, he's making the plays. He's getting the gas from his teammates.
Wow.
But look at these players fall. Look at these players fall. Ring around the rosy, getting the glide bomb, basically a buzzer beater type of score streak. And then really in that situation, sets up Slasher perfectly. 4 up and 4 down, LAG. Dominant so far throughout this Tuscan, but the Ravens in need of an adjustment, in need of something to change. And maybe this early pick on Hook could be exactly what they need, but Slasher takes both of them down. They run right into the right into the trap of Slasher. As the glide bomb comes through, no kills found, but the information, without a doubt, is taken into consideration. Ravens a 2v4 retake just to get their first round on the board.
It's not going to be easy. Right now, LAG, they are playing flawless search and destroy. 0 is going to give up position. This is that snipe. Nasty tries to go for the flank, and Spart takes him down. Woo! Oh my God, what a shot from 0 to make it a 1v2, but with 20 seconds left, he knows he has to put a lot of pressure on towards top fire, but all the way across the map, sees Slasher. He's the safety net playing towards top church. He finds one, and with only 10 seconds left, does not have enough time to get on that bomb. And this is beautiful out of LAG, man. This is flawless search and destroy. They read that push coming in from London perfectly. They know that they have the glide bomb. They know that London cannot attack through the middle of the map because you saw Slasher, he pre-fires from top broken. They know that they're not going to push through A because that basically is going to give up a free kill. They know that the push has to come through P5. They set up beautifully for it. Hoop basically baits, and Slasher finds that 2-piece to make it the initial 2v4. This is wild. This is insane, man.
This is wild. Literally a team with a substitute has taken it to one of the best rosters that we have in the CDL. on this Tuscan search destroy, now up 6-0. They've yet to win this S&D, and now they find themselves one round away from closing it out. It will be the Ravens coming out on top in this early team fight. With numbers and on attack, that could be everything. Slasher fires out a few bullets, and well, he'll look to join alongside what has been their guy so far in Spark. A great kill there on Dynasty, 2v2. 2v1.
Spark finds one.
2v1.
Spark finds one. Gizmo. It's great time. He's able to shoot the first player. But Spark, the young man, for the 6-0, completes the turn on. And you can just see it in his face, man. He is playing with so much confidence right now. London just simply do not have an answer.
Give the shoe to Spark. Have him sign the shoe
100%,
instead.
man.
Come on.
He's going crazy right now.
I'm going up there for an autograph after this game is over. Goodness sake, 10-3. What was that last call? Was that a 2v3, 2v4?
2v3 that we saw back at stage 1. But here we go. London trying to get back into this series. LAG trying to close it out. London going to put a lot of pressure on towards A. But look at the map control already from LAG. You already have ASIM in their spawn.
Yeah, you already do. A scene trying to provide all kinds of pressure, but Zero is going to be there to handle him. Nice fight over and after. I got to know where this KD is just at P1. No matter what game mode it is, he's got some insane stats here, but Gizmo now finding himself over a top gun. The position's quite powerful so far out of the Ravens roster. As you said, Jay, their last game on Gavutu versus Paris, not good. Outslayed officially by 32 kills.
Sheesh.
So we know the ticks are now the story, but if you're not finding kills, you're not winning the game, baby. So we'll see what the Ravens have got up their sleeves in this starter of an attack. Right now, Zero, the sole man on the objective. It's really the Ravens just waiting for LAG to try to contest them. They're inside of the point. They're happy as can be.
They already completed the first tick at A. They're about to complete the second as Gizmo finds a huge kill onto ASIM. And look at that minimap. Nasty's already putting pressure on towards B.
Oh,
all of LAG had to start focusing that B push, but here comes Afro. He's able to hit that flank. He finds two, trying to go for the third. Eventually does get shut down, but he stalls enough time to allow his teammates to complete this A point and extend it by a minute.
Yeah, and that has been, I think, one of the cleaner rounds already. If we just even ended it here, one of the cleaner rounds that we have seen from the Royal Ravens this weekend, starting things off with an early A capture, minute 30 on the clock, and right now sitting well in the life count. As they'll push through green, Zero looking for that information. Only guy that's going to be here is Asim. Maybe the one player that you don't want to be in this position is that man who taking advantage of the map control. Asim doing the damage that he has to inside of the spawn, but Zero and Nasty find two of their own.
Asim, fortunately, he does get taken down, but Hoop, a little bit of assistance from across the map. Asim's going to come off spawn and find that last kill onto Zero. A huge one-on-one, though, from Nasty. Can he win this gunfight and at least secure P1 control for London? He does. One player here, though, is going to be ASIM. He finds one. He does get traded. So now London, they can attack from the front with this P1 control.
They can indeed, but take a look at Hook. Take a look at Hook rushing on in with the auto. Maybe not the weapon that we see him go off with the majority of the time, but a great double there instantly will halt the push out of the Royal Ravens. Stunted for now, and Smart doing everything he can, as we said, just to try and diminish the forces, try and limit any of the numbers that the Royal Ravens look to try to gather up on at P1. As we talk about, more of a checkpoint for the attacking end. Nasty on the Celium spot as Zero attempts to make the flank from the back. A great little situation now lined up for London. Stopping the time, Zero now enters into the party. And he'll walk away with the kill as well. A great situation now for London.
Now London get on the point. Zero doing everything he can to just stay alive in his opponent's base. Eventually, before he does get taken down by Spark. So now LAG with only 6 lives remaining. There's 18 seconds left. All you have to do is just get this player out of the tank. As you see the pinch coming in from top ring, Hoop does find one, but Gizmo and Afro able to find every single kill. Last player here is going to be Slasher. No more respawns on the side of LAG.
Gizmo like an absolute laser beam from P1. Moments away from that point being captured. It's all on the Slasher and Co. As they dive on in, this could be the break, this could be the chance, but London end up walking away with the kills. I'm not sure if they found the second tick onto B or not, but at the very least, 4 ticks in that opening attack. Not common to see on Gavutu, but London answer back accordingly. the exact way that you'd hope that they would, Jay, considering they're down 0-2.
Yeah, it was good out of London to fight for that P1 control. That's such a big position when you're trying to attack towards that B point. Nasty goes Hughes to find that 2-piece, and he ends that round on a 5, so he could potentially pick up some streaks if he can continue this on. Needs another 2 kills. You saw London, they're currently up by 5 ticks, 5 segments on that first offense. You see LAG trying to put pressure on towards A, but a huge gunfight. Zero's able to win it, shuts down that pressure towards B.
And that's a great start again. Out of London, walking away with the team fight. Zero finally gets taken on down there from Slasher. Nice little 3 in a row there for LAG, trying to break out of the base as the vet finds his way over at that B zone. So time's gonna be halted for the moment. Again, fights going down in boat, fights going down at the beach. And really it's just a matter of LAG, where do they want to supply the players? Where do they want to attack this? Right now, Slasher's somewhat unscathed, and actually has Smart alongside of him. The S&D duo has now translated into control, and they're winning the fights. They stacked the point. That is 2 ticks already at this B zone. Asim is doing the damage inside of the spawn. Nasty gets dealt with, and just like that, B captured out of the Guerrillas.
Such a beautiful play from LAG to put that pressure on towards B, and they also shut down the streak on the side of Nasty. So now the hard job is already complete. You're up by 9 lives. All you need to do is just complete this 8 point, and you will be up by 1 segment. You see Spark trying to hold down towards top ship. He's able to find 2. Pressure's gonna be here. As the stack is gonna come in, they need to read this player on the flank though, as Gizmo's trying to make a play.
Trying to make the play. It's going to be on a Slasher. He gets found out. Information earned, but Boop with the nade now brings it into one player. Over at the objective, Spark does manage to get away. See if he can find a kill for his troubles. Does so. Turns on with the pistol. And just like that, London get 3 down. Now it's LAG who get 3 down of their own. Nasty from the top. He gets dealt with. Seconds away from the objective being captured. Afro slides in the 1v1, and Marcus Reed coming up clutch. We'll halt this one for now. London are flying now toward the spawn, down majorly in lives. A lot of time still to work with if you're Guerrillas, but that is some great life being shown out of the boys in red.
Yeah, if I'm LAG, the main focus point has to be just completing that tick on A. You know they up by 7 lives. You can still win this round by just simply outslaying them. But you know how big that last segment is. You see a lot of LAG trying to set up for that pinch. They spot a player in towards Gizmo, not able to pick up that kill though. But Smart and Slasher, they find 2. It's time to pounce.
Smart and Slasher again, no respawns remaining instantly for London. 1 player left onto the objective. Getting pounced upon is Gizmo, knowing that he has to try to challenge this. He has to try to see the zone, but he gets dealt with. Hook is on the cross, and just like that, one attacking round answered by another. By no means comment on Gavutu, but it's late, Jay. Who cares? Throw the stats out the window.
LAG just got the job done on the offensive side. They attack towards that B point. Slasher and Spark go so big to eventually close that one out. At the same time they do with that, they shut down that kill streak on the side of Nasty. Such a big kill to eliminate him from that P1 area. They knew what they needed to do. You find a couple of these kills, we need this segment to at least put us up by 1 just in case it goes to that round number 5. At LAG, they hold on the defense. You see all of London trying to attack towards A once again. Gizmo finds the first. Here comes Spark though, trying to at least even up the numbers.
Let's see if this attacking trend will look to continue. Spark, a little bit of a heat check there onto the second one. Asim getting all kinds of comfortable inside of the spawn. The Ravens look to do the exact same thing. Asim gets dealt with, but now it's Afro's turn. Didn't have really too many opportunities to flank, and then opening Berlin, and tries to take his chance here on Gavutu. No answer there. Somewhat of a stalemate now. Lingers to the middle of the map. London bruise their way inside of the boat. That'll be the first tick through. LAG not going to give this one up, and off of that pick from Asim. That gives them all kinds of freedom now to seize on it.
Such big shots coming in from Asim. That's going to allow Slasher to eventually go on this flank. He finds 2 kills. Last player here is going to be Afro. He eventually gets taken down. So now LAG, they take map control. Your main focus has to be not allowing anyone to try to slip through the B. As London only complete 1 segment, they're currently tied in the tick column. There's 40 seconds remaining One player does sneak through. It's going to be Zero. We know how impactful he usually is at this B point. Afro finds one. They're able to keep top ring control, and then Gizmo's also in their spawn. Right now, London are beautifully set up for this B capture.
Yeah, they make this look like a hard point right now. See how the Guerrillas look to retake, considering that one zone is already done at A. The kills continue to come in on the side of London, but maybe an opportunity for them also to get pinched on out. A scene from one end and Hoop from the other, peppering them up like crazy. Afro wins one, so close to capturing it B, but it will be silenced. And now the Ravens have to focus their attention now toward this A zone, but if they get a capture here, as we said, Jay, only one more left at that B zone. These have been such great attacking rounds. Excellent display here on Kavutu, as that A zone is just moments away from being captured. Another minute added to the clock and one more tick to go. Can London make it 2 for 2 on the attacking end?
It's a big kill coming in from Nasty. He's trying to fight for this P1 control. He knows that this is the success that they at least saw on the offensive first round, where he needs to try to replicate it. They take down Asim on the flank, so now they have full control. Gizmo going on the flank as well. This is starting to get scary. Last player up is going to be Hoop. London should be able to get on this point, as Afro, unfortunately, is not going to slide on that. But 14 lives remaining, 14-7 now. LAG just need to hold this cross for a minute.
How long can they hold for? That'll be the test of this young team, but just like that, 2 go down. It'd be wise of Nasty at least to try to stay on alive. He'll at least find a pick before he departs. In fact, he'll find 2. Great little moment there. Out of Byron Plumridge, and there we have it. Gizmo enters into the fray as well. A current 3 versus 12. London have found the ticks that they have been looking for. And LAG continues to fall by the wayside, but Smart stays alive. The unfortunate team nade will then allow for Zero to be the sole man in the point. He wins the 1v1, and just like that, attacking round 1 victory for London, attacking round 2 victory for LAG, and now here in round number 3, the Ravens get another attack. This is wild, Jay.
It just all starts with that P1 control, man. Once again, Nasty goes huge to win that initial gunfight, and then eventually he finds that 2-piece to force all of LAG to try to attack through the middle of the map. He finds that 2. Both of his other teammates eventually find the other 2. They get on the point. They were able to close it out. So now, LAG have to respond by winning another offensive round. Afro putting pressure on towards top ship. He's able to find 2. Almost shot his teammate there. But great trigger discipline. You see LAG, they're just committing towards B once again.
They do. It's a full-on bait, and right now the Ravens have been bamboozled. They've been bamboozled. Nasty, I thought for a moment had the chance to take down a scene, but as long as he stays back here, it makes things that much more difficult. He's on the flank. He is hot on the heels. And can he find the elimination? Yes, he does. The assistance there granted onto Nasty, the nade from atop. Afro calls it out and manages to make it land. Can it be 2 ticks through? It will be. 2 granted early. They're at a slasher. The great pressure already out of the LAG side. And take a look at that clock. It's about to stop. And a moment's notice is Hoop beaming players from range. Zero and Gizmo, basically a poster, but in COD form. Great little play there out of Kyler, as now it is Smart, as we said, at that A zone. LAG with pressure everywhere.
I don't know what the hell is going on in this Kabuto control. We're seeing non-stop offensive wins. It's Nasty, great shot to take down Hoop. He's on a 3 streak before he does get shut down, but that's gonna be 3 dead in the feed. Saw that earlier, that LAG are currently down by 4 ticks, but they need to win this offense to at least force this round number 5. It's gonna be tied up. They're fighting for that P1 control. Slasher wins 2 huge one-on-ones. Last player close is going to be Nasty on that point. Look at the pinch coming in though from Hook.
Look at the pinch. Look at the pinch coming on in. Hook makes his way through the second cut. Now rounding the corner, finds the kill. They're on to Nasty. The Ravens have to try and do something because Hook continues to let that zone fly on through. Spart with the cover fire. Slasher enters in on 5 in a row. London will get taken down and take a picture. It'll last longer. 4 offensive victories. It's not over.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
It's not over. Stop the music. We're going to round number 5. LAG just clustered up tremendously.
We
That
love
is
the
2
music.
offensive wins for both of these teams, but LAG, they do a better job at just completing that B segment, completing that A segment, which eventually allows them to get this defense going into this round number 5. But the way that this map has gone, neither one of these teams have won a defensive round.
This makes 0 sense whatsoever. No pun intended. Actually, pun fully intended. It's fine. 4 attacking round victories. Normally you'd say, okay, well, Ravens put in a precarious situation, but screw that. Who knows? Maybe it's great for them. A headbutt over toward the beach. And Nasty, maybe somewhat shaken, will now have a chance to vacation inside. Well, for a moment at the tank, he eventually gets dealt with. So early team fight victory, gonna go the way of the Guerrillas. No real map positioning, no ticks granted early from the Ravens. But with the presence that they now have over at the boat, Gizmo goes for the drop shot, he gets dealt with. Meanwhile, Zero providing the cover fire toward the top. Ravens posturing for position right now on the middle side of the map, and right now, they've got that first hit granted on A.
Smart finds a huge kill, at least towards the middle of the map, as Afro is able to get out with his life. But when does ASIM decide to hit this flank? Because he can be the player that's going to break the setup on the side of London. This is looking like LAG is simply just going to give this up. They know that they have to fight for that P1 control. Afro finds one, the Slasher, he's still going to put a lot of pressure on towards the middle map. ASIM finds one as well, that's going to be 3 dead. Slasher almost finds the 3rd with the pistol. But you can see LAG, 50 seconds left. They're not trying to give it the safe capture.
They don't want to give it away. They want to make the Ravens work for every single life possible. Few shaky shots, Bart. Trying to stay alive, but it's Slasher who comes through with the double. And now just like that, it is Afro all by his lonesome, and boy, could they use a pick here. Spart fades away. What a play to set up Slasher again. Spart has snuck his way through and continues to assist Slasher in these eliminations. He's the assist man and can also get it done with the pistol, eventually trade it on out as the Ravens will seize control for a moment. Moments away from getting the capture, but it's not in just yet. It's not in just yet. The fight will continue to go down. Nasty will stay alive for the moment and put in those final bits of progression at the A zone. Eliminations aplenty, but another minute added.
And now, your focus point for LAG has to be just keeping control of this side of the map, keeping control of Beach, keeping control of P1. As Hook is going to be so far pushed up in their spawn. 14-9 and lives remaining. You have one player in London. It's going to be Afro. He's going to try to set up on this late push. There's only 45 seconds left. London only have like 1 or 2 more good pushes at this, but they need to fight for that P1.
They absolutely do. Meanwhile, Afro trying to sneak his way on in. Nasty just find the kills at P1 that you talked about, Jay. Oh no, find another one. That's gonna be 3. Nasty gets the call to be sent on forward. Player number 8, I was gonna say for a moment, you got kills going down on either side of the map. Nasty pushes forward, he gets dropped. Huku is in the base of the Ravens. He also gets taken down. The long-awaited flank out of Afro eventually turns into something as he'll be on the point. He'll win the 1v1 versus Asim. Nasty again continues to be a problem at P1, 36 and 28. Out of Big Byron, it is a 2 versus 7. Things begin to crumble. Could this be the final 2 lives of the tournament for the Raven? Zero, all by himself, a 1v5. Tosses out the shots with the rat, but that will be it. The LA Guerrillas, nothing to lose, but they have proved us everything. A 3-0 sweep versus the Royal Ravens. Eliminated from Major 2, but LAG will see a CDL Saturday.
What an insane series from LAG. They start off on that map number 1. They go head-to-head versus London on their best hardpoint. They were able to win it. They play a map in Tuscan Search and Destroy that they have yet to find success on the entire year, and they dominated in a clean 6-0. And in that Kabuto control, I don't know what the hell that was.
I have no
4
idea.
straight offensive wins to start us off, but then finally, LAG are able to hold on the defensive side, close it out. It almost got scary though, because Nasty, every time they needed to fight for P1, he was winning such big gunfights time and time again. But eventually, LAG, they hold the line.